In the hushed corners of Western European folklore, a chilling whisper travels on the wind, the tale of Bluebeard. A cautionary lullaby, a twisted fairy tale where curiosity curdles into horror, and a single key unlocks a Pandora's box of secrets. The most celebrated version hails from the quill of 17th century France, penned by the masterful Charles Perrault. Here, a wealthy nobleman, his beard as dark and unsettling as a storm cloud, casts a long shadow. Bluebeard, they called him, a name that resonated with a chilling enigma. Despite an aura that reeked of secrets and unspoken threats, Fatima, the youngest of 3 sisters, found herself captivated by his wealth and his air of unattainable power. Against the worried whispers of her family, she succumbed to his charm and agreed to be his bride. The grand yet unsettling castle became Fatima's new domain. Bluebeard, with a flourish both elegant and unsettling, presented her with a magnificent set of keys. Each gleamed with promise, unlocking every door within the vast walls. But amidst the bounty, a single key remained, held tightly in his grasp. It was unassuming, yet it seemed to radiate a chilling aura. With a voice heavy with unspoken threats, he pointed to a solitary, unassuming chamber. "Every room in this castle is yours, my love," he purred, his eyes glinting with an unsettling possessiveness, "except this one. This chamber remains locked, and your curiosity must not stray there." The weight of the forbidden chamber settled upon Fatima's heart like a leaden shroud. The more Bluebeard emphasized its secrecy, the more her curiosity gnawed at her. Days bled into weeks, and the forbidden door became an obsession. The nights were plagued with dreams of what secrets it might hold, whispers of past lives and unspoken horrors. The very air within the castle seemed to crackle with unspoken warnings, fueling her morbid fascination. One day, fate, or perhaps her own folly, presented an opportunity. Bluebeard was called away on a pressing business matter, leaving Fatima alone in the echoing halls of the castle. The forbidden door loomed in her mind, a dark star beckoning in the vast emptiness. Her heart pounded a frantic rhythm against her ribs as she approached the key, its cool metal sending shivers down her spine. The weight of disobedience pressed down on her, yet the allure of the unknown was irresistible. With trembling fingers, she inserted the key into the lock. The sound of the rusty mechanism turning echoed through the silent halls, each groan a portent of what was to come. The door creaked open, revealing a scene that froze the blood in her veins. The room was a macabre tableau, bathed in a crimson light that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Hanging limp on the walls were skeletal figures, their vacant eyes accusing Fatima of her foolish curiosity. These were the remnants of Bluebeard's previous wives, their lifeless forms a chilling testament to his dark secret. A scream, raw and primal, tore from her throat. She slammed the door shut, the key falling from her grasp in her haste. But the damage was done. A telltale stain of blood, crimson against the dull metal, marred the key's surface, a silent witness to her transgression. Bluebeard returned, his dark mood a foreshadowing of the storm to come. His gaze, sharp as a hawk's, fell upon the blood-stained key dangling from Fatima's trembling hand. The air crackled with a malevolent energy. His booming voice, a thunderclap that shook the very foundations of the castle, echoed through the halls. "You have disobeyed me, Fatima," he roared, his face contorted with rage. "Now you shall face the consequences." Fatima, her blood turning to ice, realized the monstrous nature of the man she had married. Tears streamed down her face as she confessed her transgression to her brothers, revealing the chilling secret of the forbidden room. Fear turned to a steely resolve. They knew they had to act swiftly. As Bluebeard, fueled by a murderous rage, lunged at Fatima, her brothers, alerted by the commotion, burst into the room. A fierce struggle ensued, the clash of steel echoing through the halls, the stench of blood mingled with the metallic tang of fear. In the end, fueled by righteous fury and the desperate need to protect their sister, Bluebeard met his demise at the hands of the very women he had wronged. The tale of Bluebeard serves as a chilling reminder. It whispers of the dangers of unchecked curiosity and the manipulative control wielded by some men. Bluebeard's legacy, echoed in various forms across European folklore, is a stark warning that beneath a veneer of wealth and charm, darkness can lurk. It is a cautionary lullaby, a reminder to be wary of forbidden doors and the seductive whispers of the unknown, for the price of curiosity can be as chilling as the secrets they hold. But the story doesn't end with the death of Bluebeard. The castle, once a monument to his wealth and depravity, stood silent and brooding. Fatima, haunted by the ghosts of her predecessors and the weight of her own actions, felt an oppressive darkness settle over her. Her brothers, though victorious, couldn't shake the feeling of unease. The castle, they realized, was more than just a collection of stones and mortar. It was a vessel, tainted by Bluebeard's dark magic. As they explored its depths, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber, even more forbidding than the one Fatima had unlocked. Inside, a single, flickering candle illuminated a dusty tome bound in human skin. Its inscription, written in a language that seemed to writhe and pulsate, sent shivers down their spines. Legend spoke of a pact Bluebeard had forged with a malevolent entity, granting him immense wealth and power in exchange for a constant supply of victims. The book, they realized, was the key to breaking the curse. But the ritual it described was complex and fraught with danger. One wrong move, and they risked unleashing a darkness far worse than Bluebeard himself. Torn between grief and a desperate need to cleanse the castle, Fatima volunteered to perform the ritual. Days bled into nights as she deciphered the ancient script, the air around her growing heavy with an unseen presence. The closer she got to the completion of the ritual, the more vivid her nightmares became. Visions of Bluebeard, his eyes glowing with malevolent fire, taunted her, promising an eternity of suffering if she dared defy him. On a night when the moon was veiled in blood-red clouds, Fatima stood before the ornate altar described in the book. Her brothers, faces etched with worry, stood guard. The chanting began, a low, guttural language that seemed to vibrate through the very stones of the castle. As she reached the climax of the ritual, a violent gust of wind slammed against the castle walls, extinguishing all light. A blood-curdling shriek tore through the darkness. When the candles rekindled, they found Fatima collapsed on the floor, the book clutched tightly in her hand. A single tear rolled down her cheek, but in her eyes a newfound light flickered. The air felt lighter, the oppressive darkness lifting. Bluebeard's curse had been broken. The castle, though forever marked by its gruesome history, became a sanctuary for those seeking refuge from darkness. Fatima, forever changed by her ordeal, became a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable horror. The tale of Bluebeard continued to be whispered, not as a chilling warning, but as a reminder that even in the darkest corners, courage and selflessness can prevail.